I have been driving around town all day meeting with clients and trying to catch up on some work, and in the process I'm burning up. As I was running around today in between client meetings and lunch meetings, I was thinking a lot about this YouTube channel and what I'm trying to do. So I wanted to make this quick video where I just talked about my goals for YouTube. These are not going to be metric based goals or anything like that. Like, I'm not going after numbers. It's just 2 or 3 goals that I think that I should have in mind while I'm making content for YouTube. So let's go ahead and jump into that. Hey guys, what is up? My name is Curtis Crow and I own and operate Crowbird Creative, a video production and marketing company in southern Indiana. I do video production, I do photography, and I do web design. On top of that, I write for The Creative Ascent, which is my personal blog where I share my experiences as an entrepreneur in the creative industry in a small market. And honestly, it was that blog that kind of inspired me to jump into YouTube after years of wanting to do it. For the longest time, I wanted to have a YouTube channel, but I never did it because of multiple reasons. And the main reason is because I feel like I should give back to the community what was given to me. If anybody could have a diploma from YouTube, I feel like I would be one of them. I've learned so much from the platform, from creators that are sharing their experiences, and I feel like I want to give back and do the same thing. And honestly, that leads me to my first goal for my new YouTube channel, which is this. I want to share my experiences. Like I mentioned, I feel like I've learned a ton from other people, and now that I'm actually doing the work that I felt like I was trained to do, I feel like I'm learning even more. I'm learning a lot as I'm doing, and I want to be able to share that experience. As I mentioned in the beginning, I write for my blog, The Creative Ascent, and that basically shares the ups and downs and the ins and outs of what I do in video production, photography, web design, and just in general running a creative services business in a small market. Now, one of the things that's held me back from making a YouTube channel is I've always wanted it to be this super polished thing. I'm in video production, so naturally I want my videos to look, sound, feel perfect, right? And so my thought was my YouTube channel should be just as good as the videos I produce for clients. But in all reality, I don't think it needs to be that way. There's something to be said for creators on YouTube like Cody Warner, Scott McKenna, and Matty Hoyopa. They focus a lot on the story and they don't focus as much on the production quality. And I don't mean that in a negative way. Their videos are not bad. They don't look bad. In fact, they look great. But what they decided to do was wrap the storytelling, or me sharing my experiences, they decided to wrap their experiences into a vlog style video. And this allows them to just create more content. It allows them to focus more on the story and less on lights, audio, and everything like that. And so a goal that I've had with this channel is to focus more on the story and less on the production. I still want it to look and sound good, and I want it to flow well, but more importantly, I want the information and content that I share to be clear and easy to understand and helpful to you watching. I'm shooting on the Canon M6 Mark II. I have a EF mount 22mm lens with the Rode VideoMic Pro, and I'm on the Apex Mini minimalist tripod from Polar Pro. So I have a really small vlog style setup that I just take around the studio with me, but it gets the job done. It looks good, it sounds good, and it allows me to focus on what's most important, and that's the content that I'm sharing with you. It also allows me to produce more content. I'm able to shoot these videos in a matter of 30 minutes sometimes. Because of that, I can put out more content. By having a way to put out more content, it leads me to my third goal, which is just about being consistent. For all these years that I've wanted to create a YouTube channel, I've been super concerned about the look and the feel. Like I mentioned earlier, I was so concerned that these videos looked as good as my client videos. Ultimately, that roadblock kept me from starting at all, let alone being consistent. There was no way I was going to be able to be consistent if I spent 10 to 12 hours producing a video. My goal is to share 2 videos a week. There's no way I could do that if I tried to sit down and produce a video like I would a client video. But this consistency is a goal of mine because it creates a rhythm. Being self-employed, I'm my own boss. I can do what I want. Rhythms are really important to keeping me on track. So when I'm sitting around the studio and I'm working on an edit and I get bored, typically I would browse YouTube or do other things and I wouldn't get work done. But now I'm trying to create rhythms. If if I'm stuck on an edit and I just can't think, I pull out my notes and I look at ideas that I've had to make YouTube videos, and I pull out my camera, this setup right here, I set it down and I talk to it. Some of these videos may never see the light of day, but this act of talking to the camera really helps my productivity. If I'm not doing this, I hop on my bike and ride around, which you may see that kind of video from time to time. But being consistent is super, super important for me. It's a goal of this channel. Not only is it helpful for me, but if this channel ever has an opportunity to grow, I have to be consistent with it. And so while I'm not looking for metrics, I'm not looking for numbers, I'm looking for growth for myself. Consistency of this YouTube channel is going to help that, and it may help with numbers down the road. But ultimately, like I said, not a big goal of mine right now. Would I love to have a community? Absolutely. But I totally understand that it is super difficult and it just takes time. It takes consistency. Anyways, guys, those are my goals for my new YouTube channel. I want to share my experiences with you and bring you in along the process along the way. I want to focus less on the production, more on the story. Hopefully I can do that with this style video. And then thirdly, and in my opinion, most importantly, I want to be consistent. I want to put out a couple of these videos a week. Let me know if you like them. If you do, comment below. I'd also love for you to check out my blog. It's a great way to keep up with what I'm doing. You can see more content like this. It's thecreativeascent.com. I'd love for you to check that out. So, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.